He wasn't born into global superstardom, yet there was always something unmistakable about him, a rare mix of raw talent, discipline, and quiet intensity that made people look twice. Jeon Jungkook didn't simply debut as another K-pop idol. He evolved into a global pop force, transforming teenage ambition into one of the most influential music careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Jungkook was born on September 1st, 1997, in Busan, South Korea. Long before stadium tours and chart records, he was just a shy yet determined student with a powerful voice and an unusual work ethic. At only 13, he auditioned for the Korean talent show Superstar K. Though he didn't win, multiple entertainment agencies noticed his potential. He chose Big Hit Entertainment, not because it was the biggest company at the time, but because he believed in the vision and the people behind it. In 2013, at just 15 years old, Jungkook debuted as the youngest member of BTS. Known as the Golden Maknae, he quickly earned a reputation for excelling in everything: vocals, dance, stage performance, and even athletic competitions. While BTS gradually built momentum with their authentic storytelling and self-produced music, Jungkook's voice became one of the group's emotional anchors, carrying both powerful high notes and vulnerable melodies. As BTS rose from underdogs to global icons, Jungkook's growth became impossible to ignore. From early tracks like I Need You and Blood, Sweat, and Tears to global hits like Dynamite and Butter, he matured in real time, refining his vocals and stage presence with each comeback. Stadium tours across the United States, Europe, and Asia solidified his position as one of the most recognizable performers in modern pop music. Rather than relying solely on group success, Jungkook began carving his own identity. His solo releases within BTS albums, including Euphoria, My Time, and Still With You, showcased emotional depth and vocal control. In 2023, he made a historic leap with his official solo debut single, 7, followed by 3D and his album Golden. The project broke streaming records, topped global charts, and confirmed that his star power extended far beyond the group framework. Jungkook's approach to his career reflects precision and relentless self-improvement. He is known for practicing for hours, studying vocal techniques, and reviewing his own performances critically. Even at the peak of fame, he continues to refine his craft, prioritizing growth over comfort. Offstage, his image blends humility with global influence. Despite massive fame, he maintains a relatively private personal life, allowing his work to speak louder than headlines. At the same time, luxury fashion houses and major brands recognize his impact, leading to high-profile ambassador roles and international campaigns that further elevate his global presence. Financially, Jungkook stands among the most successful artists of his generation. His net worth reflects earnings from album sales, streaming dominance, world tours, brand partnerships, and songwriting credits. Yet his trajectory suggests long-term strategy rather than short-term hype. What truly sets Jungkook apart is evolution. From a teenage trainee leaving Busan with a dream, to a stadium-filling performer and global solo artist, he continuously reinvents himself without losing the discipline that built him. Each era reveals a more confident, more refined version of the artist he once aspired to become. As of 2026, Jungkook stands not just as a member of BTS, but as a fully established global pop icon, a symbol of dedication, versatility, and the power of steady transformation in modern music. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into global superstardom, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A mind wired for music, a tone grounded in raw honesty, and a presence that didn't demand attention but commanded it anyway. SUGA didn't simply debut as another idol in a crowded industry. He built an identity of his own, transforming underground ambition into one of the most respected creative forces in modern music. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. SUGA was born as Min Yoon-ji on March 9, 1993, in Daegu, South Korea. Long before global tours and chart records, he was a teenager immersed in music production, writing lyrics and composing beats in a small studio environment. Music wasn't just passion. It was survival, expression, and identity. Coming from a modest background, he worked part-time jobs to support his craft, often balancing financial struggle with relentless creative drive. His early journey was far from easy. Before debut, he faced resistance from family, financial hardship, and even a serious shoulder injury from an accident while working a delivery job. Yet none of it shifted his focus. In 2010, he joined Big Hit Entertainment as a trainee, not just as a performer, but as a producer determined to shape his own sound. The training years were intense. Unlike many idols, SUGA's foundation was rooted in underground hip-hop, which gave him a distinct artistic perspective. He honed his rap delivery, production skills, and songwriting, preparing for a debut that would eventually redefine global music dynamics. In 2013, he debuted as a lead rapper and producer of BTS. What began as a relatively unknown group quickly evolved into a worldwide phenomenon. SUGA's sharp lyricism and introspective writing became core elements of BTS's identity, tackling themes like mental health, societal pressure, ambition, and self-worth. As BTS expanded globally, breaking records, topping charts, and selling out stadiums, SUGA remained a central creative force behind the scenes. He contributed extensively to songwriting and production, shaping the group's evolving sound across multiple albums. His ability to blend raw emotion with technical precision set him apart not only as an idol, but as a musician in the purest sense. Beyond group success, he explored a more personal narrative through his alter ego August D. His solo mixtapes, including August D and D2, revealed a darker, more unfiltered side of his artistry. Tracks like Daechwita combine traditional Korean elements with modern hip-hop, showcasing both cultural depth and experimental vision. In 2023, he released his official solo album D-Day, completing a trilogy that reflected his personal and artistic evolution. The project received global acclaim, further proving his ability to stand independently while maintaining authenticity. Offstage, SUGA's personality contrasts sharply with typical celebrity expectations. Known for his reserved and introspective nature, he values privacy, creative control, and meaningful work over constant visibility. His lifestyle reflects discipline, long studio hours, and a focus on production rather than performance alone. Financially, his success extends far beyond idol activities. With earnings from global tours, album production credits, songwriting royalties, and brand collaborations, his net worth reflects a career built on both artistry and strategy. As part of BTS, one of the highest-earning music groups in the world, his financial standing continues to grow steadily. What sets SUGA apart is authenticity. In an industry often driven by image, he prioritizes truth. His lyrics openly address depression, anxiety, and personal struggle, creating a connection with listeners that goes beyond entertainment. He doesn't just perform music, he communicates through it. As of 2026, SUGA stands not only as a global K-pop star, but as a producer, songwriter, and artist whose influence reaches far beyond genre boundaries. His journey from a small studio in Daegu to international stages reflects resilience, honesty, and an unwavering commitment to music. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.